Hello everyone, welcome to Mona Patil Tutorials. Today we are going to learn about very interesting chapter, that is animal classification of Maharashtra Board class 10 science 2. This is the part 1 of this chapter and contains all the basic concepts, so watch complete video carefully. Student, if till now you have not subscribed my channel, then please subscribe and press on the bell icon for further notification. So let's start. Classification of living organism that you have studied in previous standard. So living organism classified into two, prokaryotes and eukaryotes. Prokaryotes includes the kingdom Monera, in which the examples you can see bacteria, protozoa, etc. In eukaryotes, animal classified into unicellular organism and in multicellular organism. Unicellular organism kingdom Protista include. So Protista means the examples of Protista are amoeba, paramecium, etc. Multicellular organism includes with cell wall and without cell wall. With cell wall means in that two types of plants are there, autotrophs and heterotrophs. Those are make their own food in their body are called autotrophs, and those are depend on other plant or insect, they are called heterotrophs. Then without cell wall, kingdom Animalia. Autotrophs includes kingdom Plantae and heterotrophs kingdom Fungi. Next is history of animal classification. So, the first scientist or Greek philosopher Aristotle was the first to perform the animal classification. According to him, classification proposed by the Aristotle is known as artificial method. This artificial method next followed by the other scientists like Theophrastus, Pliny, John Ray, Linnaeus, etc. After this artificial method, natural system of classification was followed by scientists Dobzhansky and Mayer. Recently, Carl Wolff has also proposed the animal classification. Now, some benefits of animal classification. First of all, the study of animal become convenient. Study of few animals from a group help to understand about the entire animal group. It gives an idea about animal evolution. Animal can be easily identified with great accuracy. It helps to understand the relationship of animals with other living organisms. It also helps to understand the habitat of each animal and its exact role in the nature. Habitat means the place where they live or surrounding where they live. It helps to understand various adaptation shown by animals. So adaptation means some of the organs which are especially developed in the body for according to the surrounding condition. Okay, for example, camel are able to live in desert. So what things is special in the body, it helps to live in such a condition. Okay, next, the traditional method of animal classification. So in that, a non-chordates and chordates. Okay, these two groups are there. Let me comparatively see that them. A non-chordates. Character of non-chordates animals are as follows. First, their body is not supported by rod-like notochord. Here in chordates, body is supported by notochord. The pharyngeal gills in the non-chordate are absent. Here the pharyngeal gill slit or lungs are present for respiration. In non-chordates, nerve cord, if present, it is on ventral side. It is solid and paired. In chordates, nerve cord is present on dorsal side of body. It is hollow. Heart is present in non-chordate. It is on dorsal side. In chordates, heart is present on ventral side of body. Okay. Then next we will study about con- conventional system of animal classification. So in that kingdom Animalia are divided into subkingdom non-chordates and chordates. Just we have seen their difference, chordates and non-chordates. In non-chordates there are 10 phylums. Okay, like Protozoa, Porifera, Cnidaria, Platyhelminthes, Acylhelminthes, Annelida, Arthropoda, Mollusca, Echinodermata, Hemichordata. Okay, so one by one we will study this all phylum. In subkingdom chordates, phylum Chordata are divided into Urochordates, Cephalochordate and Vertebrata. Again, Vertebrata are divided into 6 classes that are Cyclostomata, Pisces, Amphibia, Reptilia, Aves and Mammalia. Okay. So before going to study this subphylum, first let me see the criteria for new system of classification. That is a grade of organization. So here some animals, they have body of animal is made up of cell, okay, a single cell. In case of multicellular animal, many cells are performing different functions in their body. While in unicellular animals, as their body is made up of single cell, all functions are performed by same cell only. Body organization of unicellular animals is referred as protoplasmic grade organization. Okay. In multicellular organism, if tissues are not formed, their body organization is called as cellular grade organization. Here the examples are phylum Porifera. Now, in case of some animals here, cells come together to form tissues with the help of which all tissues or the body is togetherly function and perform a different kind of function. Such animal shows cell tissue grade organization. For example, animals from phylum Cnidaria. Flatworm shows tissue organ grade organization. In this type of organization, tissue are organized to form a some organ. However, complete organ system are not formed. Okay. In the next, body organization of human has been shown in this figure. Okay. So we can give a different name of this organ. Okay. Like your brain. Okay. Then lungs, liver, such body organs are given here. So this, beside the 4 type of this body organization mentioned here above, remaining all animals show organ system grade organization, in which different organs are joined together to form organ system that perform specific function. For example, crab, frog, human, etc. Then body symmetry. Okay, in body symmetry, you can see here in imaginary sense. If body of any animal cut through imaginary axis of body, here it has given the imaginary axis. Okay, so it may or may not produce two equal halves. Depending upon this property, there are different type of animal bodies. First, asymmetrical body. In case of such a body, there is no any such imaginary axis of the body through which we can get two equal halves. Here examples is amoeba and paramecium. And here the example is taken as a sponge. So these sponge are irregular in shape. So we cannot be cut into two halves. Okay. Then radial symmetry. So in this type of body, if imaginary cut passes through central axis, but any plane of body, it gives two equal halves. For example, starfish. In case of this animal, there are five different planes passing through the central axis of the body, through which we can get two equal halves. Next is the bilateral symmetry. In this type of body, there is only one such an imaginary axis of body through which we can get two equal halves. For example, insect, fishes, frog, birds, human, etc. Then next is the germ layer or germ layer like diploblastic and triploblastic. So in case of multicellular animal, germ layer are formed during initial period of their embryonic stages or development, and form those germ layer only different tissue are formed in the body. In case of some animal, only two germ layers, endoderm and ectoderm, are formed. For example, all cnidarians. In most of all remaining animals, three germ layers are formed. That is mesoderm beside the endoderm and ectoderm. Then body cavity. So cavity between the body animal or between the body and internal organ is called as a body cavity. Okay, or it is also known as coelom. In case of multicellular animal, during initial period of their embryonic development, body cavity is formed from either mesoderm or gut. Such a type of body cavity is present in animal of phylum Annelida and all phyla coming after Annelida. Such animal are called as eucoelomate, means animal with true body cavity. Body cavity is absent in case of animal from phyla Porifera, and such animals are called ocelomate. Okay, so here the example planaria is given. Okay, ocelomate. Now in case of animal from phylum Acelhelminthes, they have body cavity but it is not formed by above mentioned two ways. Hence those animals are called as pseudocoelomate. Okay, like here in the animal like Ascaris. Okay, then body segmentation. If the body of animal is divided into small similar unit, then such a body is called segmented body, and each small unit is called as segment. For example, animal like earthworm from phylum Annelida. Okay, here you can see the earthworm body. It just like all bangles are come together and form the outer layer. So this is what called as segmentation. Now next, here we are going to study about kingdom Animalia. Means included all multicellular organism without cell wall. So first criteria we have seen body organization. So mainly there include cellular organ, cellular grade and tissue organ or organ system grade. Then body symmetry. It is either asymmetrical body, radial body and bilateral symmetry. Okay, on the basis of imaginary axis for making two equal halves. Then body cavity from asymmetrical body acylomate, from radial symmetry they also acylomate, means there is no any body cavity in such animals. And bilateral symmetry includes acylomate, pseudocylomate and eucylomate. Okay. Then acylomate are from phylum Porifera, again Cnidaria and Platyhelminthes. And pseudocylomate include Helminthes. And eucylomate like Annelida, Arthropoda, Mollusca, Echinodermata, Hemichordata and Chordata. So this is all about kingdom Animalia. Okay. So this chart help you to understand what exactly you are going to study in this lesson. Next, these are the phylum. So one by one we will study about this phylum in next video. Okay. Thank you for watching this video. If you like my video, then press on the like button. If you have any problems regarding the lesson, you can ask me in comment section. We will meet in the next video. Till then, bye bye.